Hello, Kentucky. Number 1 recruit, C.J. Rosser, schedules a visit to Kentucky. Will this be a good opportunity for Pope to bring the kid to the Cats? Before the news, subscribe to the channel. The Kentucky recruiting calendar gains a relevant chapter with the confirmation of C.J. Rosser's first visit to Lexington, a move that, in itself, already says a lot about the reach and ambition of the program under Mark Pope's command. This is not just any prospect in the early stages of evaluation, but the player ranked number 1 overall in the class of 2027 by the 247 Sport Composite, a name that is beginning to shape the future of college basketball even before reaching his senior year of high school. Rosser, a power forward from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, will visit the campus unofficially on February 4th, according to Joe Tipton of On3. For Kentucky, this early approach has strategic weight. Programs that compete at the highest level know that modern recruitment begins long before final decisions, and being among the first to present your identity to the top player in the class is a silent but real advantage. Currently at Southeastern Prep in Florida, Rosser draws attention not only for his physique, but also for the fluidity with which he plays. His game suggests long-term potential, something that evaluators increasingly value. During the summer, in the competitive Nike EYBL circuit, the young player showed consistent production, averaging 19 points per game and nearly 49% shooting from two-point range. He is not, at this stage, an elite long-range shooter, but he already demonstrates the willingness and foundation to evolve in this aspect, converting just over 1 3-pointer per game in a high-level environment. The most interesting point, however, may not be just what Rosser does on the court, but what he looks for off it. Even being part of the 2027 class, he already verbalizes criteria that go beyond minutes, systems, or statistics. In an interview with Rivals, he made it clear that he closely observes the coaching staff, the players, and above all, the human connection within the program. For a Kentucky team trying to consolidate a new identity under Mark Pope, this statement resonates especially strongly. Pope has emphasized building a cohesive environment, something that became evident throughout an emotionally draining season, but one marked by collective responses and competitive growth. For a recruit who values the feeling of family and unity off the court, the visit to Lexington emerges as a clear opportunity to demonstrate, in practice, what the coach seeks to implement daily. The context also amplifies the importance of this meeting. The Wildcats have not yet finalized commitments with players from the 2026 and 2027 classes, which makes each initial approach even more relevant. Mark Pope knows that high-level recruitment will be fundamental to sustaining the project in the medium and long term, especially in a conference as unforgiving as the SEC. Starting this process with the top name from a future class doesn't guarantee anything, but sends a strong signal about the program's positioning on the national stage. C.J. Rosser's visit doesn't represent an imminent decision, nor a near-term commitment. Still, it's a valuable opportunity for Kentucky to present its vision, environment, and development plan to a talent who already understands the game maturely. Let's see how it goes. Kentucky's victory over Tennessee not only reinforced the team's resilience, but also brought to the forefront a name that promises to be central to the program's near future, Jasper Johnson. The rookie point guard, who has been taking on increasingly important roles amidst the season's adversities, had a remarkable performance in Knoxville, helping the Wildcats overcome a 17-point deficit in the first half and secure an impressive 80-78 comeback victory. His contribution was multifaceted, demonstrating maturity and versatility far beyond what is expected for someone in his position and career stage. From the start, it was evident that the game would require extra effort from the Kentucky roster. With Denzel Aberdeen limited by early fouls, Johnson assumed greater responsibilities in the first half, responding with remarkable efficiency. He scored all 12 of his points in the first 20 minutes, making 5 of 6 shots, including 2 of 3 long-range attempts. These numbers alone are impressive, but Johnson's impact went beyond the statistics. His points came at crucial moments, keeping Kentucky competitive when the team seemed poised to succumb to the pressure of the hostile environment and Tennessee's aggressive early performance. The second half showcased another facet of Johnson's game. Although his playing time was reduced by Aberdeen's return, the rookie continued to decisively influence the game, this time as a playmaker. His 3 assists in the final minutes were fundamental to building the Wildcats' comeback. The ability to adjust his playing style to the team's needs is a rare trait in such a young player, especially in a high-pressure setting like college basketball. Johnson not only understood his role, but executed it with surgical precision, connecting with his teammates in key situations and helping Kentucky find offensive solutions against Tennessee's experienced defense. Mark Pope, known for his ability to develop talent and maximize the potential of his players, was full of praise when commenting on Johnson after the game. "He's coming. He's on his way," Pope said, highlighting the rookie's impact on the game. "He gave us a great boost when we were in trouble. I'm proud of him. His future in this sport is very promising." The coach's words reflect not only recognition of the present moment, but also confidence that Johnson will be a key piece in the program's continued success. The absence of Jalen Lowe, the starting point guard recovering from shoulder surgery, has broadened the scope of opportunities for Johnson this season, and he has responded admirably, showing himself capable of handling the pressure and responsibilities that come with a leadership role in a high-level program like Kentucky. His performance against Tennessee, in particular, underscores his ability to adapt to different contexts within a game, whether as a scorer in the first half or as a playmaker in the second. This versatility will be vital for the team in the coming weeks, especially in close matchups within the Southeastern Conference, SEC. The victory over Tennessee raised Kentucky's season record to 12-6 and the conference record to 3-2, consolidating a 3-game winning streak after a shaky start in the SEC. Furthermore, it served as a reminder that, even in difficult times, the program continues to have talent capable of changing the course of games and seasons. For Johnson, this game could represent a turning point in his college career, proof that he is ready to take on more prominent and responsible roles. Jasper Johnson is a living example of what makes college basketball so fascinating: the rise of young talents who gradually find their place in a highly competitive ecosystem. His performance in Knoxville was not only a demonstration of technical skill, but also of emotional intelligence and adaptability. By combining these qualities, Johnson not only helped Kentucky achieve a crucial victory, but also signaled that his future in the sport is indeed bright. Let's move forward. Shane Carr's arrival at Kentucky football is more than just a simple addition to the transfer list. It's the materialization of a strategic process that has sought to shape the program not only with talent, but with players who carry within them stories of overcoming adversity and resilience. Under the leadership of Coach Will Stein, the Lexington program seems to be navigating a new phase, where team building inevitably involves identifying players like Carr, athletes underestimated at the beginning, but who have proven their worth with impressive numbers and consistent performance. Carr arrives in Kentucky with 2 years of eligibility remaining, bringing with him a wealth of experience gained at Southern Utah that goes beyond statistics. On paper, his 81 receptions for 1,371 yards and 10 touchdowns in the last 2 years would already be enough to attract attention. But what makes his signing even more interesting is the context of his trajectory. Coming from Bakersfield, California, Carr was a player overlooked by major universities during high school recruitment. Without high-profile rankings or the limelight, he built his reputation far from the traditional stages of college football. At Southern Utah, he transformed into a lethal offensive weapon, demonstrating not only the technical skill to receive difficult passes, but also the ability to win physical duels and create yards after contact. Carr's profile is exactly the type of player who can thrive under Will Stein. The coach, who is beginning to make his mark on the program, has emphasized the importance of finding athletes who combine raw talent with a hardworking mentality. Carr's story of someone who didn't have opportunities in the major conferences and had to forge his own path is a perfect example of this philosophy. He's not just a player who produced in the FCS. He's a player who demonstrated the ability to grow within the sport, adjusting to the demands of each level and expanding his repertoire. The transition from the FCS to the SEC is, without a doubt, a considerable leap. The competition in the southeastern United States is relentless, and the defenders Carr will face will be faster, stronger, and more experienced. However, there's something in his trajectory that suggests he may be prepared for this challenge. Carr not only led Southern Utah in receiving yards for the past 2 years, but also showed versatility in different types of plays. Whether stretching the field on deep routes or being a reliable target in third down situations, he has proven he can be a multifaceted player. This versatility will be crucial on a team looking to diversify its offense and create more options for its quarterback. The signing of Carr reflects a larger movement within the program to strengthen the wide receiver core. In recent years, Kentucky has worked to balance its offensive production, often dependent on a dominant running game. With Carr now on the roster, there is a clear opportunity to elevate the passing game and offer more dynamism to the offense. This not only takes pressure off the running backs, but also opens up new tactical possibilities for Will Stein and his coaching staff. There's also a symbolic element to this signing that can't be ignored. Carr represents a narrative of perseverance that can resonate deeply with the rest of the roster. In an environment as competitive as the SEC, where the pressure to win is constant, stories like his can serve as a source of inspiration for other players. He's proof that even when the world ignores your potential, it's possible to build a solid career through hard work and dedication. This kind of mentality can be contagious, creating a culture of resilience within the locker room. The signing of Shane Carr also reveals something about Kentucky football's vision for the future. With 2 years of eligibility remaining, he has enough time to establish himself as a pillar of the offense while also helping to develop the younger players around him. His experience in the FCS, although at a different level, can be valuable for rookies or other athletes who are just beginning to adapt to the frenetic pace of the SEC. He's not just an immediate reinforcement, but also a long-term investment. Leave your opinion. It's important.